Hello children, I am here with another chapter of class 10th chemistry, that is acid, bases and salts. Okay, today we are going to discuss what are acids, their classification, what is basicity, and preparation of acids and properties of acids. So children, let's start from acids. Acid word come from Latin, that is acidus, which means sour in taste. So you can say that the substance which is sour in taste, that these contain acids like lemon juice is sour, so it is acidic in nature. Okay, some acid is present in that. Vinegar, then sour milk, these things are sour in taste, so you can say these contain acids. So children, there 2 points are there related to acids. The compound having hydrogen atom in it. Okay, you can say if they have hydrogen atom in it, then it may be acid. And when on dissolving, these compounds produces H plus ions. Okay, when the compound is dissolved in water, they produce H plus ion or hydronium ion H3O plus. See, when it is dissolving in water, it will produce H plus ion, but this cannot exist independently. When it is present in water, it will not exist independently. They quickly combine with water and form hydronium ion H3O plus. See, H2O, you are adding one more hydrogen, that's why it is H3, and oxygen will be here with positive charge. Okay, so this is hydronium ion and this is hydrogen ion. It is also called protons. Okay, because in this H plus ion no electrons are present, that's why H plus is also called protons. In some books you will see, children, that H3O plus is written as OH3 plus. This is also hydronium ion only, but the arrangement of atom is different. Okay, so these both are same, hydronium ion only. So you can say that acid are compound having a hydrogen atom in it, and when dissolved in water they produce H plus ions. Okay, now examples are HCl, HNO3, H2SO4, CH3, COH. Okay, in all these compounds you can see hydrogen is present. Okay, so wherever hydrogen is present, it will produce H plus ions in the water. Now classification, it is classified on the basis of sources, on their concentration and on basicity. So let's start from their sources. See here, on their sources they are classified by organic acid and inorganic acid. So what are organic acids? Organic acids are obtained from plants, animals or tissue. These are present in, you can say, some living things. They contain carbon with hydrogen. Okay, just now I have explained that acids contain hydrogen atom, but if carbon is also there with hydrogen, you can say this is organic acid. Okay, and these are weak acids. Weak acid means they do not ionize completely in water. That means, children, do not ionize completely matlab they will not form ions completely, like CH3COOH. Here it will not ionize completely. Some of the some will ionize as molecule, and some of the ion will ionize as simple ion. Okay, so here you can see it is not ionizing completely. Some of the molecule, some of the acetic acid will remain like this only, and some are dissociating into its ion like this. Okay, minus and plus ions. You cannot say these all, suppose we are taking 10 molecules of CH3COH, out of 10 only two molecule will dissociate or three molecule will dissociate and they will form these ions. Okay, so you can say it do not ionized completely in water. Some are in the form of molecules only and some are dissociating into ions. Now, inorganic acids, these are obtained from minerals. Minerals means they are obtained from rocks. They do not contain carbon in it. They do not contain carbon in it. Okay. And these are strong acids. Strong acids are the acid which ionize completely in water. Ionize completely means suppose we are taking an acid HCl and when you are dissolving this in water, you will see that all the molecule of HCl is dissociated into H plus and Cl minus ions. So here all the molecule is completely dissociated, so you can say it is a strong acid. One exception is here with inorganic acid, carbonic acid, children. Carbonic acid is H2CO3. You can see here carbon is present. And what I said before, that organic acid only contain carbon in it. But here it is inorganic acid which contain carbon in it. So this one is first exception. And second point of this is it is a weak acid. That means it will not dissociate completely. Weak acid do not ionize completely in water. So this also do not dissociate completely in water. Some of them will dissociate into ions and some will remain as a molecule. But inorganic acids are strong acids. This one is weak acid. So this is exception. You must remember this is important for your exam also. Next is based on concentration. Concentration will be based on dilute and concentrated. Okay, so you all have listened that dilute acids and concentrated acid. So dilute acid is the acid in which water is present in more quantity and acid is present in very less amount. And concentrated is just reverse of this. In that acid, more acid is present and the amount of water is very less. So you can say that in 1 liter of water, only 1 gram of acid is dissolved in this. Okay, so here more water is there and acid is very less. And here you can see that if 1 liter of acid you are taking and very small quantity 1 or 0.5 ml of water you have added in this, so here the concentration of water is very less. So when acid is more, then it is concentrated. When acid is less, then it is dilute. Okay. Now next is basicity. Basicity is the number of H plus or H3O plus hydronium ions produced by ionization of one molecule of acid in aqueous solution. That aqueous solution means the solution which is prepared in water. Okay, the solution which is prepared in water. So whenever acid is dissolving in water, whatever number of hydrogen ion is releasing, that will give you the basicity of that acid. Okay. Monobasic acids, these are acids which produce one molecule of H plus or H3O plus ions when dissolved in water. Like one molecule of HCl is dissolving in water, it will produce one H plus ion and Cl. So how many H plus ion? One only. That's why you can say it is monobasic. See here, second example is HNO3. HNO3 dissociates in water as H plus and NO3 minus ion. How many H plus ions it is giving? One only. That's why it is also monobasic. Then next is CH3COOH. Here children, you have to remember that this hydrogen atom is not dissociating into its ion. Only this hydrogen atom. This one is not dissociating, only this one which is attached with oxygen. So here this one will dissociate into H plus ion and CH3COO minus will remain as it is. You will not take this hydrogen atom which is attached with carbon. You will take only that hydrogen which is attached with oxygen. So here only one hydrogen is attached with this. So one H plus ion it is producing. So here also it will be monobasic acid. Okay. Next is dibasic. Dibasic means they will produce two H plus ions or H3O plus ions when they are dissolved in water. Some examples are here: H2SO4 sulfuric acid, H2SO3 sulfurous acid, H3PO3 it is phosphorus acid, and H2CO3 it is carbonic acid, and COH it is oxalic acid. So these are the examples of dibasic acid. Now let's see how they are dissociating into water. Let's see here H2SO4. The structure of H2SO4 is H2SO4. Okay. So you can see that the hydrogen atom which is attached to oxygen, that atom only can dissociate into its ion. So one hydrogen from here and one from here. So how many total hydrogen atom is dissociating? 1 and 2. That's why it is dibasic. Another example is H3PO3. Okay, H3PO3 is here. So structure of H3PO3 is P double bond O, P OH, P single bond OH, and PH. So see here children, this one is very important. You have to replace that hydrogen only which is attached with oxygen. So here hydrogen is with oxygen, so it can dissociate. Here hydrogen is with oxygen, so it can dissociate. But here hydrogen is directly linked with phosphorus, so it cannot be dissociate. Okay, you can say that it is not dissociate, no, not replaced. Okay, so here you are getting one hydrogen and here you are getting second hydrogen, but you will not consider this because no oxygen atom is present with hydrogen. So that's why this is the reason, though it has 3 hydrogen in it, out of 3 only 2 is attached with oxygen. That's why its basicity is 2, dibasic. Okay children, this one is very important for you. H3PO3 is dibasic. It contains 3 hydrogen in it, but it out of 3 only 2 is associated with oxygen, and that's why only 2 hydrogen atom is coming out in aqueous solution. So here it is clear to you all, the hydrogen which is not containing oxygen atom, it will not dissociate. Okay. Now next is tribasic acids. Tribasic means it will dissociate 3 H plus or H3O plus ion in aqueous solution. Example is H3PO4 phosphoric acid. Okay. So structure is P double bond O, P single bond O and H, P single bond O and H, P single bond O and H. So here you can see that all hydrogen atom is attached with oxygen directly. Okay, so you can say these 3 hydrogen are replaceable hydrogen. Okay, these are replaceable hydrogen because they are directly attached with oxygen, so they will form H plus ion in water. Okay, so here how many H plus ion you are getting? 1, 2 and 3. So that's why it is tribasic. Okay, here you are getting 3 hydrogen ions, that's why it is tribasic, and all 3 hydrogen atoms are replaceable, and in this case 1 hydrogen atom is not replaceable because no oxygen is present with it. Okay children, now it is clear. Next is preparation of acids. It can be prepared by several methods. Let's discuss these methods. First one is direct combination. It is also known as synthesis or reaction of hydrogen gas with non-metal. Okay, so direct combination, synthesis or reaction with non-metal. Children, one thing you have to remember here, that direct combination will give binary acid. Binary acid means it contain 2 elements. Okay, 2 elements are there when it is binary. And one more important thing is that non-metals. When you are preparing acids, so you will take non-metal. Non-metals generally gives acids, okay? So we will not consider metal for the preparation of acid. Wherever we are taking any element, it must be non-metal, okay? So these two important points you have to remember. Non-metal gives acids, so you will consider non-metal every time for the preparation of acid, and here synthesis and direct combination will give you binary acid. Binary acid means two elements are present in the acid. One example is here chlorine, it is non-metal, so Cl2 plus H2 gives HCl. Okay children, you will learn these reaction in the balanced form. I am not doing balancing over here, so you will do that balancing by yourself. Okay, next example is Br2. Bromine is also non-metal. With hydrogen it will give HBr. Again hydrogen and bromine, two elements are there, so it is binary. Sulfur and hydrogen will give H2S. Okay, hydrogen sulfide. Here also two elements are there, hydrogen and sulfur, that's why it is binary. Okay, next is non-metallic oxide. When react with water, it will give acids. Okay, in that first point only I have mentioned non-metal we will use. Again non-metallic oxides. Okay, these are acidic in nature. So when these oxides dissolved in water, they will give acid. SO3, see sulfur is non-metal, its oxide is non-metallic oxide, and water, it will give H2SO4. SO2 with water will give H2SO3, sulfurous acid. CO2 and water will give H2CO3, carbonic acid. Now children, this fourth example is very important for your exam. Okay, this one will give mixed acid. Okay, mixed or double acid. See here, NO2 with water, it will give a mixture of acids, that is HNO2 and HNO3, nitric acid and nitrous acid. So it is also called mixed or double acid anhydride. Now children, what is acid anhydride? Like I said before, the non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. So these are also called acidic oxides. And this acidic oxide also known as acidic anhydride. Okay. So here acidic anhydride is SO3, acidic anhydride is SO2, acidic anhydride for carbonic acid is CO2, and for HNO3, HNO2 it is NO2. Okay. Now what is acid anhydride? Removal of water molecules from its acid, it gives acid anhydride. For example, take here carbonic acid H2CO3. Remove water from this, you will get CO2. So acid anhydride is CO2 here. Okay. Removal of water from its acid will give acid anhydride. So in exam, some question comes like that. Find the acid anhydride of the given acids. What you have to do? You have to remove water from it, and then you will get the acid anhydride or acidic oxide. Okay, it is also called acidic oxides. Oxidation of non-metals. Okay, so we are using oxidizing agent. You all know that nitric acid is very strong oxidizing agent. When sulfur is reacted with this, it will produce sulfuric acid H2SO4 along with water and NO2 gas. Okay, like that phosphorus and nitric acid, it will give phosphoric acid H3PO4 plus water and NO2 gas. Okay, here NO2 gas is released. You will do balancing of the equation. Children, it is very easy. 6, 2 and 6. Here you will write 5 and 5 over here. Okay, always remember you have to write balanced chemical equation. If you are not writing balanced chemical equation, you will not get any marks for the equation. Okay, in exam it is always balanced equation, only then you will get marks, full marks. Next is by displacement. Okay, salt is displaced by an acid. Acid is non-volatile acid. Non-volatile acid means it will not form vapor when kept in room temperature. Okay, not form vapors. Okay, it will not get evaporated. And volatile acid means it will form vapors. So you are preparing non-volatile, you are preparing volatile acid from non-volatile. Okay, non-volatile acid is preparing volatile acids. Okay, salt and acid, both side salt and acid is forming, is taken, and the acid is non-volatile in the reactant, and you will get volatile acid. Okay, example is here sodium chloride and sulfuric acid. It will get, and here one more important point you have to remember, children, that the temperature must be less than 200 degrees Celsius. Okay, if temperature is more than 200 degrees Celsius, then these two hydrogen atom will get ionized, but we have to ionize only one hydrogen. So NaHSO4 plus HCl will form. Okay, if you are taking temperature below 200 degrees Celsius. Here also temperature must be below 200 degrees Celsius. So here also it will form NaHSO4 and nitric acid, HNO3. Okay, so HCl and HNO3 is volatile acid and H2SO4 is non-volatile acid. Non-volatile acid will not produce vapor. Temperature is kept below 200 degrees Celsius because we have to ionize only one hydrogen from here, and another hydrogen is forming acid. Here also we are taking H2SO4 and temperature will be below 200 degrees Celsius. That's why we will get sodium bisulfate. Okay. Next point is properties. You all know acids are sour in taste. Okay, but we cannot taste all the acids. That's why we need some indicators. Okay, indicators are substance which will change its color in acidic and basic medium. Okay, acidic and basic medium, its color will get changed. Okay, so we use indicators to identify the substance is acidic or basic in nature. Let's see some indicators here. Some indicators are litmus. You all know litmus will change its color in acid from blue to red. Okay, red. Children, one thing you will remember, that red is the color which is associated with acid. Okay, red will be with acid. Red is associated with acid. Okay, so remember this thing, that wherever you are taking indicator and you are taking acid for your test, so if it is turning red, then it will be acid. Next, phenolphthalein, it will remain colorless. Methyl orange, from orange to pink. Okay, pink is also near to red only. Now next is pH. pH will of acid is less than 7. Okay, it is less than 7. 7 means it will be 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. If it is 1, then it is strong acid. And if it is 7 or more than 7 point something like that, then it is weak acid. So when we are moving backward from 7, then you are going towards strong acid. Okay, so its value will be less than 7. Now next is universal indicator. Universal indicator, children, it is ribbed. It is a strip, and in that strip you will see the color change of substance, and indicator is here. Green is for neutral. Okay, green is for neutral. If you are moving towards red I said it is associated with acid, then it is acidic in nature, or if it is red, then it is strong acid. And when you are moving towards blue, then it is base. Okay, so B is blue, base, and B is for blue, and acid is red. Okay, remember this point, acid is red and base is blue. So when it is moving towards red, then it is strong acid. Okay, It is towards, if it is yellow, if it is orange, if it is red, then it is acidic. And if it is red, then it is strong acid, yellow, and it is weak acid. Children, one point I have to add here in dilute and concentrated acid, that how you will make concentrated acid in the dilute form. Okay, how water is added to an acid. If you are taking concentrated acid, you have to make it dilute form. Then you will add water very slowly in acid, or you will add acid to water. Okay, that means acid to water or water to acid. Okay, you have to dilute acid. Then what you will do? You will add acid to water, or you will add water to acid. Water is not added to acid. It is not added because it is highly exothermic reaction. Okay, when you will add water to acid, the reaction will be very exothermic. Large amount of heat is released and it will catch fire also. It can break apparatus also. That's why we never add water to concentrated acid. Okay, what we do? We do that we take water in a beaker and we use acid in a drop wise form with glass rod. Okay, you will drop these concentrated acid dropwise on glass rod, and water will be more and acid will come dropwise. Okay, this will also makes the beaker very heated, but it is not that much exothermic like water to acid. Okay, so remember this point. Acid is added to water to make acid dilute. Water is never added to acid. Okay, it is very dangerous because it is exothermic, in very highly exothermic in nature. And one more point, dilute acid contain maximum number of H plus ion, because water is more, so dissociation of acid will be more. In concentrated acid, minimum number of H plus ion is present. So maximum number makes it dissociation will be more. So dilute acid is stronger than, that's why dilute acid is stronger acid than concentrated. This one is weak acid. Why it is weak? Because the H plus ion is less here. Okay, and maximum is here, more is here, and less is here. Okay, because water is less, so dissociation of acid will be less, so less H plus ion is produced. That's why it is weak acid. Here water is more, acid is less, so whenever acid is poured in water, then maximum H plus ion will get dissociated and it will give strong acid. So dilute acid is stronger than concentrated. Okay, this much only. Now I am giving you assignment. You will do that. If you have any query, you can ask in the comment section, or you can ask any query. Okay, you can ask or message me if you have any doubt.